Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am DDO's Community Manager Cordovan, and I'm going to be running on the hardcore server today. We're going to talk a little bit about, I think we got a bit of bonus stuff we can talk about. We're getting ready to release update 47, but that's not coming yet. It's going to be a little bit, so I think we may be able to just sort of talk hardcore and bonuses and just have some fun for the next couple of weeks. Hardcore is in full swing. You can learn more at DDO.com hardcore. DDO.com hardcore. I am a mere level 2, so the reason is I haven't been able to play DDO. There's a couple of months every summer where I really do focus my time on my son, and I have him for the summers, and so my personal game time goes down to, but I still have a great summer. But what that has meant is I have not been able to run on the hardcore server, except on the live stream here. So that's why I'm simply level 2 despite it being, what, a month now? I also had a couple Wednesdays off, or largely off, including one actually off last Wednesday. So I did not get the opportunity to play at all in the last week or so, and so my character is still stuck back here. Join me, shall you? Last time I almost died because I was an idiot, if I recall correctly. So hopefully you too can see such wonderful content as seeing the community manager die due to a spike trap that he was too much of an idiot to not do. Although I suppose I could just daily dice my way to, what, 3 now? That sounds okay too. I never did sort my inventory. But we'll do that not on stream here today. Alright, let me take a look at the chat here. How would I build an alchemist in DDO? There's some really good alchemist guides that I would direct you to, rather than suggest you listen to me. Honestly, that would be my suggestion. Don't listen to Cordovan, would be my suggestion. That said, I would probably go for high dexterity, good constitution, key casting stats, standard stuff. Yeah, that's what I do. Are we going to put something in hardcore, like the bloody footprints, burning boots, or something like that? I would expect us to do something like that in the future, but you are correct that we do not have it in hardcore season 3 here. Will +2 racial tomes ever come back? Yes, certainly they will. I have no idea when, but I would imagine that absolutely would happen in the future. They're not gone forever. I would imagine that the people who run the DDO store would be totally fine with you wanting to buy it. So I think that it's just a matter of keeping it for the right time. Hey everyone, we are going to be going to... Let's go to... Keep, I guess. Yep. Where's my mount? It's here, I think. There we go. I want my mount. Yeah, let's. Yeah, you know what? You're right. We should do Harbor. Let's do Baudry's. Have we not done Baudry's yet? We have not done Baudry's yet. So. All right. Let me take a look at YouTube chat here. Any new Lamania updates later? Yes. So what we're good. That's. I think what the plan is to do another Lamania for update 47. That is a new free quest that's going to be coming out in addition to a legendary version of our 3 classic raids. That would be Vision of Destruction, the Lord of Blades, and the Master Artificer. Additionally, we've got kind of some other changes in update 47 that'll be in the release notes. My understanding is we want to do one more Lamania on that before we go live. So that would, I expect, to be the next actual thing that you will be able to see. However, keep in mind that we are actually getting fairly close to saying more about a certain Feywild, because Feywild will be coming out, it's this year. I don't want to say anything wrong with that, but that's sooner rather than later here. But we do have update 47 to go through first, and so that should be something to look forward to on Lamania and then on live. Okay, so the big news, I guess, for the next week, unfortunately, is going to be one accentuated by downtime. Before I get too much talking, that seemed moderately loud in my headphones, so let me make sure that maybe I turn the master volume down slightly. Alright, so I'm turning the master volume down slightly so that I can talk to you about downtime. Today, Wayfinder remains down. It'll be down until probably mid-afternoon here. Everything should be just fine. And we are in the process of doing a pretty significant kind of server maintenance and update effort. This is the same server maintenance and update effort essentially happening with DDO that we did for the Lord of the Rings Online last fall already. And then winter and just everything else, some other things kind of conspired to delay the work on the DDO side. But we are here needing to get this work done. So what we're going to be doing is doing a whole bunch of long downtimes on a per server basis. You can expect these downtimes to be in the range of 12 hours. And it'll be probably one or maybe slightly more than one. We'll see what we end up doing. Server per day. Today is Wayfinder's turn. Sorry, Wayfinder, but you're first. However, being first also means you're done first. So that's good. What are we actually doing? It's a bunch of kind of server... it's not really... It's like a hardware architecture update that will allow us to... and technical operations people and everything to work in a modern, updated, hopefully great environment. It's been something that was a long time coming for DDO. It's already been with Lotro for a while. When it launched on the Lotro side, it was first. So we did learn a few things about kind of the process and what sorts of things we will run into post-launch, as it were. Most of that's been solved, though, now, thankfully, for the DDO side. So, fingers crossed, it should be a pretty smooth, painless, and excellent process. However, it is one that is pretty labor-intensive and does involve some pretty significant downtime. So, today is Wayfinder. Tomorrow, we already announced on the forums, but I didn't put it out on social yet because I didn't want to get people to get confused about which downtime was what day. As soon as Wayfinder goes out, or goes up, I'm going to announce it everywhere for Sarlona. Sorry, Sarlona. You're next. Should be about 12 hours of downtime. Should be tomorrow, Thursday. About 3 a.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern is what we're targeting. Hopefully we can actually bring it up before then. We'll see. Best not to promise such things. But that is the likely scenario as of 12:17 p.m. on Wednesday, the first day when we started to do this, starting with Wayfinder. On the Lord of the Rings online side, it also impacted world transfers, as it has for DDO. As of today, we had to temporarily disable our world character transfers in order to do this work. We can't really kind of have characters being transferred during this kind of server and hardware infrastructure kind of maintenance and update work. So, for the duration of this, which will be about a week or so, we will not be doing character transfers. And when it's done, we will. And we don't have any of the more complicated scenario stuff that we actually had over on the other game side with closed servers and stuff. So it should be pretty easy when everything is just said and done to call it done, reopen world transfers, and there we go. So that's the hope anyway. That's the expectation, frankly. So, but world transfers are going to be down for the duration. So we're doing a smaller kind of hardware profile server first. That's why we're picking Wayfinder. And assuming everything goes well, and so far everything's going fine, that work should wrap up within a couple hours here. And we will be keeping an eye on things on Wayfinder. We will also be working on Sarlona then tomorrow, and we'll be keeping an eye on things on Sarlona. I think that'll be it for this week. And then starting with next week, we will do the full rollout of the rest of the game worlds, assuming everything is going fine. So you can expect that, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, however long it takes until this stuff is done. Ooh, potion of invisibility, I'll take that. I'll actually take that potion of jumping, too, at this point. Let me get rid of the older video in the background. Sorry about that. So, what else can I talk about? So that is really the main thing going on, frankly, on the DDO side, is we're polishing up Update 47 to whatever extent is left, which is not much. We're really just about ready on Update 47, but it has to wait for this server work to get done as well. So what I think you can likely expect is the server work will take, frankly, top priority for the next 5 to 7 business days, and then after that point, things will just return to normal under a hopefully better server environment that will be great for everyone.
The last crate splinters to bits. You know that you have successfully stopped Hazadil's illicit trade.
And then we'll quickly get Update 47 out the door. And then we will get Feywild to Lamania at some point, but that's going to be a little ways off yet. I still have someone in for stop Hazardil shipment. Is that correct? Okay, there we go. Good. We're in. All right, now let me get over to Twitch chat real quick here. Working from home, could I not have gone on vacation without SSG noticing? So here's the thing. I actually do work sometimes. There are things that I actually do. Yeah, I know. It's amazing, right?
Make your way back to the
Um,
hazardous warehouse.
and when I go on vacation, I kind of have to stealth go on vacation. Although this time I was not real stealth on it, and it worked out just fine. But yeah, there are things that I actually do. Things like sales messaging and bonus messaging and the weekly newsletters and release notes and just kind of a bunch of things, frankly, that are impacted when I take a couple of days off.
A wary associate
I actually think I'm probably going to be doing something like that again. I don't know, maybe even later this month again. We'll see what I end up doing. Maybe in August. We'll see. But I actually have some PTO to burn. So I'm going to take advantage of that. It's good to recharge the batteries every once in a while. Especially when we've had a pretty busy season, frankly, on the SSG side. Both on the DDO side with Frankly Hardcore and Update 46 and a whole bunch of other things. And then on the other game side, doing a bunch of work as well. So it's been a busy time in the studio, really, for about the last 6 months or so. And working pretty well, thankfully. Let me focus on not dying here for a second. There we go. All right. I did have a nice break. It was nice. Had a good time hanging out with my son. Being able to spend some devoted time to him. Also had some other stuff I had to get done too. All right, let me see. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at chat here right now. There isn't going to be another Lamania preview. Malkovic asks, no, I believe there will be actually another Lamania preview of Update 47. I expect that to be in the relatively near future, but it's going to have to wait till after we get this work done. Is SSG going to bid on Warner Brothers? I think it is probably safe to say no on that one. Any info on the expansion? Soon. We're not in a position to discuss it at this point, but a lot of work is underway right now. And we'll be able to share some things with you about Feywild really in the fairly near future here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where that comment on WB even came from. Sorry. I have no idea. I don't know.
You have recovered recovered the stolen goods for Cartamon. Return them to him right away.
Tyrion, my understanding is that Crystal Cove will be coming back in the relatively near future, and it's going to have a little bit of an update. I think some new items are in the works, or at least wanting to be in the works, potentially planned, something like that. So I think we'll see that happen before we see CC next. But I've got to actually sell real quick. I don't need stuff. Okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, hey, thanks. That should work. Some of my inventory problems will go away when I actually sort through some of my auto grants, as it were. Some of this stuff I will actually just chuck. Some of it I will not. I need full plate. I don't even really care what it has on it. Not at this point. Alright, bring in the light. Will it ever be possible to transfer dead characters off of the hardcore server before the season ends? Probably not. It works to just sort of keep it as a sort of punishment for death, and then at the end everybody can transfer. It makes it easier in a whole bunch of different ways to just sort of keep it that way. I'm not sure that there would be a lot of appetite for actually allowing for immediate transfer off of the hardcore server upon death. But perhaps, maybe in the future, that's something we could take a look at. Is DDO Stream still looking for streamers? Yeah, we're always generally on the lookout for anyone who thinks they might be interested. If you've got a little bit of stream experience behind your belt, you know, and establish a Twitch channel that doesn't need to be popular or anything, it's fine. But something that you at least have an understanding of how it works, what the tech is, what the requirements are, and what it's like to actually stream. As long as you meet those qualifications and you have the tools and ability to largely just sort of do it on your own, please get in touch with me. It's a good way to promote your regular Twitch channel. You do a show on DDO Stream, really as a way to sort of be like, hey, this is kind of a short version of what you can expect to see on my own channel and all that. You know, these are all unpaid and what have you. This is all a volunteer thing. But if that sounds interesting to you, get in touch with me. Generally, the easiest way is through the forums. That is, send me a direct message on the forums. If you're not a forum user at all, like that just can't be done, you could get in touch with DDO Unlimited on Twitter. Try to get in touch with us from there. It's all getting to me ultimately, and then when it gets to me, I'll take a look at your channel, kind of make sure you've got some basic capability, and if so, we'll get you a key that you can use to stream on DDO Stream. And that really is just a way to showcase your work, kind of preview your channel, and get people, get some eyeballs on it, frankly. It's proven to be a really, frankly, a good, fun place. DDO Stream has. So there you go.
This place stinks of kobolds and decaying plants. Vermin scurry away from your footsteps.
Was there any discussion on whether to remove people from the hardcore leaderboard on first death? Doesn't seem fair for some to have 0 deaths while others have 10 plus from multiple TRs. So I understand what you're talking about. So in a hardcore season 3, you can earn 2 extra lives, and some would feel that the leaderboard should be updated to just include up to that first death, but that's deliberately not what this season of the hardcore league is about. We specifically are, it's called Saving Grace, and we are specifically having a thing where you can earn several lives. Now, I hear what you're saying on the leaderboard, but everyone's operating under the same rules here. So ultimately, the leaderboard for season 3 will reflect the rule set in place of season 3 for the season. And when that moves on to the next season, things will be different. And I think we'd like to keep it open like that. I think there's value in doing that. Someone just direct telling me when we'll be able to wear 2 artifacts instead of just 1. At the moment, I think we're going to preserve that restriction. I have not really heard of plans to allow for the wearing of more than 1 minor artifact. Okay, I definitely want that. Necklace, probably the Vestments of Light as well. Goodbye. Goodbye. And actually, maybe I will take that shield while I'm at it. Oh, actually, I can get rid of this. Shit. I cannot talk about a release date for Feywild, sorry.
You flinch as an unseen wind. Below, jittering voices rise.
Wish we could directly swap artifacts if in the same slot. That would be nice. That's a technical limitation. I hear you, though. That would be nice. Maybe there will be a way to we can deal with that in the future, but I guess we'll just have to see. Yay. Yeah, I need to deal with some inventory stuff, but I won't deal with that on stream here. It's fine. Honestly, most of the harbor stuff isn't really all that necessary. I tend to get past it pretty quickly, but I will be leveling up. I guess I will be leveling up very soon. I'm just going to toss in the bank, I think. And while I'm at it, let's do a little bit of work here. Fear, honestly, protection from evil is the one I'm going to take, because you kind of need that, as it turns out. And let me real quick dump a few points and enhancements into Radiant Servant in particular. Alright, we're going to do Kobold's new ringleader. Bonebite hideout. Alright. I don't want stuff right now. Yeah, I'll take that though. I can equip some things. That's what I could do. Oop. Accidentally destroyed a pet certificate.
The scurrying feet of kobolds can be heard nearby. It's likely you will encounter several of them in the next room. You should proceed with caution.
Let me get to the bonus actually here in just a second. You wish SSG would make Top Secret? You mean like a video game version of the old TSR one? That would be pretty neat. I actually played a little bit of Top Secret back in the day. I enjoyed it. I don't remember much about how it actually played in terms of the rule set, however, so it could be that it doesn't quite hold up as well as I remember in my head, but certainly enjoyed it at the time. Yeah, we'll actually take and equip that because of the light fortification, which is something I don't have in the old starter armor. Light fort matters, as it turns out, because it doesn't matter enough. I mean, you could still die, as we well know. But some chance is better than no chance. I will be doing keep. I just haven't. Today I found myself in the harbor, so you really don't have to worry about keep until what, level 5-ish? But it'll be done. I'll do that probably next week or something. We'll see. I'm just harbor questing right now. You're waiting for my Argo to hit the next spike trap. No, I'm not going to. I'm not. I will try not. Hey, Basil, how's it going? Oh, last season you could just transfer off? Yeah. Mm. Oh, I totally knew that. Yeah. I think it may be a reflection of opening it up to free and premium players this time around that we would want to be a little more restrictive on when those transfers can take place. That's my guess. This is only a guess. See, I didn't get into... I didn't. See, I didn't actually walk right into the trap. That's how good I am. Yep. Yeah, I know. About the jumping thing. Let me take a minute to call up a thing, which will let me look at what the bonuses are this week. It's probably the best item in that list. I'll take it. I can't announce what the summer sales are going to be ahead of time. I can, however, say that that is happening. That every week here in July we're having special sales. We've got some pretty good stuff on up to, what, 75% discount. So that's not insignificant. So keep an eye on all of our sales messaging for that. All right, I'm just getting ready to check the bonus. Guess what? Champion Hunter Weekend. I know some people have been wanting that for a while. So, yeah, this weekend's bonus will be a Champion Hunter Weekend. That means the sort of limited duration items will be available for Mysterious Remnants with the Champion Hunter in the Hall of Heroes. And that kicks off tomorrow and runs through the weekend as well. Right now, we have 75% off Warforged. So if you don't have that, you might want to consider it. Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, here's the other thing you really don't want to miss on. Guess what our free coupon is this week? It's a Sovereign Elixir of Hidden Potential for 6 hours. What, are we nuts? That is pretty good. That's the new loot boost potion thing. And that's Hidden Sov 6. Hidden Sov 6 is the coupon code on that. But that's only good really through, what, the middle of tomorrow. So hop on that if you don't have it done. I should probably just take it right now on the character here, but I won't. Instead, I will quest. Next Lamania should be within a few weeks. I think we're going to more fully discuss scheduling on it. I think we'll more fully discuss scheduling on it once we get done with all of our downtime work that we're doing right now. But I think we're going to wait for that to get done before we would really want to talk too much about what the scheduling is going to be for all this stuff. So. I'm going to head on over to the other side of the harbor here. Anyone want to share the dinghy quest? So let me see. For feats at this point, yay, thank you. This is kind of nice because it gives +2 to attack and damage with your simple and martial favored weapons, which in my case is a longsword. So that's something I might well end up doing. Improved turning, especially as I go into Radiant Servant, will make a big difference as well, but I don't know if I'm going to be picking that this time around. Probably not. I think I am more likely... Honestly, Spell Pen isn't the worst idea either, nor is the Necro, but I am going to actually take this Child of Faith as my feat. And I am going to quick spend action points before I head into things that are a little bit more deadly. There you go. That makes a difference. Yay. I'm excited. I love starting to splat all the undead, and as you get into this build, it's pretty fun. All elemental types covered under all weapon types. I don't want to make a promise that that's something that we would set as a, we promise all weapon types will always do X. But I do understand that we do have a little bit of that happening in the near future. So you'll see it in the release notes and in the releases themselves in the loot lists. But I do think we'll be seeing a little bit of broadening of elemental types in the near future. At least that's my understanding. Took 20 damage there. Maybe I ought not have done that. Alright. Oh my gosh. That'd be just like me to splat on the ground on the hardcore and die in Infoisky. Yeah. Nothing sentient compatible that is made of ice. That's interesting, especially on a bastard sword. That certainly sounds like good feedback. Is something that Lunabelle should be able to respond to, or Seal Star, or whoever ends up doing the loot. Thanks, Tom. I will pass that along.
Clatter of machinery from below and to the west. It sounds like something heavy is being ratcheted into place. You hear the grind and clatter of machinery from below and to the west. An iron defender with particularly sharp talons moves to attack.
Ooh, reached level 20. Nice.
You lift the case and slide it onto your back. Quickly return to the barrel.
Yep, I know that we've actually seen some really good stuff on the hardcore server in recent weeks. It's been cool. Hopefully this time I won't die. That's the intention. That's the plan. That's the hope. The dream. The unrealistic expectation. Oops. Loving the double slotted loot. Cool. Actually, I think I'm going to put on that. Oh, at least I would if I didn't have full inventory. Yeah.